in an effort to get my life together. Oh, we're reading this. Honestly feeling a little bit slumpy. The black hole that was Beast Game. Hello. I've taken this week off of work in an effort to get my life together and to just reset and have a mental break from work. Felt like I deserved it and I needed it. So I took it. Today, it's a fasting day. On Sunday nights to Tuesday mornings, I fast. I try and do a 36-hour fast each week. Last night, I did finish All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. This was my first S.A. Cosby. I thoroughly enjoyed it. To be honest with you, before the end of the first chapter, I was all like, oh, we're reading this and we're invested in it. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I would definitely do another S.A. Cosby. I hear Razorblade Tears is really good. I think that's what it's called. And I want to read that one. I really enjoyed the writing. I enjoyed the storytelling. It quickly made me invested in the characters. So that was a plus. Yeah, I have been trying to read The Ring. Yes, The Ring. I am not very far. I'm only about 25 pages in and I want to get some balls in practice, so I'm going to go throw some bowling balls. I had a really good series on Saturday. I don't have any footage, but I bowled a 629, which was the best I've probably bowled in a little while. I've been in a little bit of a slump bowling wise, all that stuff. So I took a long break for like 10 years and last year I started dabbling, but this year is the first year I'm paying money to bowl league. The Saturday one I bowl with my parents, and then the Sunday one I bowl at a different house with a different team, and it's been really fun, and I'm trying to get back to where I was. I should easily be like a 190 bowler. I'm gonna get back there, but I do need to go practice. Talk to you guys later. Hello, it's Tuesday. I am honestly feeling a little bit slumpy, and it's probably because I'm trying to force myself to read books that maybe I'm not quite in the mood or the vibes aren't right for. So far this week, what did I do? I read Penelope Douglas, loved that. I finished All the Sinners Bleed. That was great as well. I am smack dab in the middle of Beloved. I don't love stories like this. I'm trying to embrace it, take it in for what it's there for, but I think that it's starting to slump me a little bit. I have also been reading The Dragon Republic, which is the second book in the Poppy War, and I'm not drawn to that either. This whole rebellion war, warring drug addiction, is heavy. And part of me really wants to get lost in either something like horror-y or a good romance. So I mean, I may reach for another Penelope Douglas if I'm just being so perfectly honest, but we'll see. I'm gonna try and hold firm to reaching for the books in VR for this month. So I reached for The Ring, and I am 50 pages into that, and it's good. We're setting up the questions. It's a good build. I feel just a little bit distracted. A good build. It's a good read. Am I reading or am I doing Legos right now? I don't know. Probably gonna pick that up today. I'm gonna go see my dad and watch him bowl this afternoon, like I usually do, even more so because I'm off today. So I'm gonna read The Ring while I'm there, and I also, because it was feeling a little slumpy. So I started the 3rd book in the Ruthless Boys series, which is the spin-off to the Zodiac Academy. The first 2 books, I'm not gonna lie, I love Elise. I love Elise and her king. I'm here for it, as you guys know by now, because I've mentioned it, even just the few handful of videos. I love me a reverse harem, okay? Worship her, kings and queens, because she is a queen. I am just enjoying that so much, and I think that the books kind of build. I hate to say that I'm invested on whether or not Elise and Gabriel are fated mate. I am invested to see who she'll end up with, if it's just one or if she can really pull them all. I'm just invested, and it's a good time. It is low lifting. It's not a heavy lift. It's light. It's fun. I'm comfortable in the world now. So I did decide to go ahead and download that audiobook this morning when I kind of woke up and I was all like, I'm not quite sure what I'm feeling, and that one did be kind of a safe bet right now. So I am following a lead of Love Me and Alpha. So hopefully I finish another book here soon. I'm also thinking about picking up my little novella, It Could Be Enough. to kind of break up some of the monotony. And then I'm also thinking about potentially picking up Wuthering Heights as well, because part of me does want a romance, and Wuthering Heights is on my list because the movie comes out this week, and I probably won't see it this week, but I do want to see it because why wouldn't? Cast great, should be a good time. But that is kind of just an update. I'm gonna get myself up and, go hang out with my family at the bowling alley for a bit. Probably bring you along, and I will check in later. Hopefully I will be at least 100 into the ring on my check-in, if not halfway. It's building tension. It's building a lot of questions, not a lot of answers. I'm trying not to compare it to a movie that haunted my young teenage years, and then I'm trying not to get in Japanese name. The names are a little bit confusing. Sorry about my dog in the background, but so far I'm really enjoying it. It doesn't feel like a hard read. It feels like it is reading very quick. The book itself has really good sized font. It's really comfortable to read physically, since there is no audiobook anywhere that I can find related to this book, because I think that if it were an immersive read, it would really take me away and scare the crap out of me. But either way, that is what I've chosen to read today. I also hope to finally edit my newbie tag, and goodness, he is just gonna bark. And maybe get a couple of pages of the count. I don't know what it is right now, but I just can't sit down. Sorry, the lawn guy. It's Tuesday. I just can't seem to sit down and really lock in on the count right now. They're saying things that I feel like I need to hyper pay attention to, and I'm not paying close enough attention because these guys are fighting with their words and not their hands, and I need to lock into that to understand the little I want to call it a dick swinging contest, but I'm richer than you, I'm more prestige than you, and I have more power than you. And kind of really it's the Count establishing his dominance within the new space with his new title. I still haven't gotten the interaction that I want between him and Mercedes, because she definitely recognized him. To check in. All right, see you later. Hello again. Still reading Ring. I'm on page 130 now. It's interesting. I'm here for it. I've seen the movies, but I'm really not sure how this is going to end. So last time we talked, he had just watched the video and discovered that the video did not tell them how to save themselves, which is actually on the back of the book. Clearly I didn't read it. List, right? Reporter, whatever. And he's trying to figure out what he gonna do with his life and if he gonna be okay. He does feel conflicted. He kind of believes it, but he also is probably a little bit hopeful that it's not real. But he does actually believe it. So he's conflicted on showing it to somebody or not showing it to somebody, and what's gonna happen with his life. He decides to show it to one of his friends, who honestly is a trash human being. Long story short, I think he's a little bit okay if this person does die. I think he also thinks that he might be able to help him, since he has journalistic TV connections or something or another. But this guy is just a trash human being. He's a trash human being. He's got 4 days to live now. And the guy he enlisted is just so nonchalant about it, still getting drunk, still being his douchebag self. And he's like, the main character is like, do you even care if I'm gonna die? And they have this exchange, and he's all like, the friend is told, are you a woman now? I'm like, oh my goodness. Sorry, my dog in the background. It's getting 10. I'm not sure if he's gonna make it. I'm not sure if I don't say their names because they're Japanese names, and I'm gonna butcher them. Asakawa, I think is how they say it. The reporter, the main character. And I'm not sure if he's actually the main character, if the trash human being is Ryuji, his friend, is going to slide into the main slot. Asakawa seems to be taking this very seriously. He's all like, listen, I can't even work. Boss, can I get some time off? boss is like, do I believe you? Do I not believe you? He's shown up, didn't watch the movie though, that's for sure. So it's interesting. Again, page 130. The book is only about 300 pages. So I am almost at halfway. But I thought I'd check in. Gonna continue reading before I go have lunch. Talk to you later. Thursday. This week is going by entirely too fast. Yesterday, I had a fantastic little lunch date, and it turned into like a Beast Games binge-a-thon, which I didn't anticipate. So we watched episodes 2 through 8 to catch us up on the season. Things that you will learn about me is I am a reality competition junkie. I love those type of shows. They are my guilty pleasure. They're just brainless, entertaining. I love a good competition, and I didn't get very far on the ring yesterday, even though that was the goal. Here we are, Thursday. Yesterday was not very productive, but this morning I got my life together and I finished this book, Ring. It was okay. I gave it 3 star. I think that obviously the beginning started off good, but the middle got a little muddy. I struggled to care about their mission, and I also desired more like spooky, eerie, creepy. When I think about the movie was kind of like slow in the middle, but it was good. I think that it picked up again at the end, coming to the solution, and then the very ending definitely left it with a little bit of a twist, a cliffhanger. There's 3 books in this book trilogy. I might pick up the next 2. We'll see. Libby is also driving the direction of some of my reading. Pet Sematary just came available, so I might dabble into that. Today I'm going to work on finishing Beloved, because if I don't finish it, I'm never going to read it. I need to go take a passport picture for my notary exam that I may or may not take this weekend, depending on if I can show up and get a slot. Then I have a pile of inventory that I need to list for my eBay shop. I just want to check in because I know I checked in yesterday and then disappeared because the black hole that was Beast Games. But anyways, we'll talk to you later when I check in. I'll probably check in after I finish Beloved. Good morning. It's 11:30. It's Friday. This week went entirely too fast, as most weeks off go. Yesterday, I did not check back in. I am not done with Beloved yet. I am still not really enjoying it, but that's the goal, is to suffer through the rest of this book and finish it and then move on to something good. I am getting ready to head to my parents' house so I can ride with them. We're going to my favorite restaurant, Benihana's, for my aunt's birthday. So that should be fun. I'm excited. Today is not probably going to be overly productive. I'm really excited for Benihana's. It is always my favorite, even though it's not exactly as good as it once was, but nostalgia. We're a Benihana's family. I will check in later. Hopefully I can tell you and report back that I finished Beloved. I can't even tell you what's happening in here because who even knows? That's not true. This woman is trying to get some freedom. So she's literally an old woman about to be free, looking for her husband and her kids. Hello. Sorry, it's been a while. The last time we left off was Friday. I was headed to Benihana's with my family. My aunt's birthday. We had such a good time. It was really good seeing my family. I don't think I've seen my uncle in like 5 or 6 years. I'm not gonna lie. I cried on the way home just with all the nostalgia. You know, Benihana's has always been like our family's restaurant. We're gonna go there for special occasions. Memories from when I was a kid, with my cousins, aunts, uncles, mom, dad, grandpa. Like it was our restaurant. So not just like the hype of Benihana's, but it's really just like bringing the family together, dinner and a show, and just all the memories that we've had at that restaurant. My parents are getting older, but that also means my aunts and uncles are getting older, and it had just been so long since I saw my uncle, and I was like, you actually look older. And you know, wanting to spend more time with them, and enjoy them while I have them. Why am I gonna start crying again? But that was a really good day hanging out with my family. It was much needed. Sorry, you're getting like my bare face. It is Tuesday morning at this point. Did finish Beloved. That's all I have to say about that. I think I'm still not old enough to like really appreciate that, or I need to just admit that I don't enjoy like the Black struggle stories. Finish Older. I started and finished Older this weekend. Older by Jennifer Hartman. I finished that, and it was okay. I think that it may have been a little bit overhyped for me personally, but it was enjoyable enough. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. I also read Shirley Jackson, We Have Always Lived in the Castle. That was interesting. It was a really short book. Overall, I think it was a really good week, and we got through some pretty good reads. You know, so we read I Say Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed, Ring, Birthday Girl, and of course, Beloved. I would say it was super productive. I also have now officially posted my first YouTube video, so you know, the first one is the hardest usually. And that's in the books. So I hope to see you guys again on the next one. Please let me know if you've read any of these books and if you share similar thought, or if after seeing me read and react to these books, if you have any recommendations for me. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one.